Too many women are trying to be chosen instead of being the chooser, trying to be the one who allows somebody else to step on their pedestal instead of standing there proudly and being like, no, this is my life. I'm center stage. I'm the main character. I'm the magnetic goddess. And you have to court me. You have to let me choose you. So what do you have to present to me? What if the real power came from choosing yourself? Choosing yourself first, choosing yourself always, and making yourself the center stage of your show, the main character. The whole idea is to center yourself and make it about you. Welcome back to another video. My name is Dani, and on this channel, we talk about everything bettering ourselves from the inside out. So if bettering yourself is something you're into, then hit the subscribe button so you never miss a video with me. Today we are going to talk about how to decenter men from your life, how to reconnect to your power, raise your magnetism, and call in aligned love from a place of power and not desperation. So I've broken this down into steps. Step 1, recognize the subtle ways that you are making men the center stage of your life, or men, woman, whatever. Who is it that you're attracted to that is your opposite, that's somebody that you want to get to like you, love you, whatever you want them to be? Here's your pedestal, you're letting them be right there. So who is it? What are these subtle ways that you're doing this and allowing this person to have control and power over your mind, body, and soul? Does your mood and behavior depend on if you get a text message? Are you obsessing over him texting you? Are you constantly looking at your phone? You want a text from him, or you want a phone call? You're looking to see if he looked at your story I just posted. You're afraid to post the story because you don't want him to look and you don't want this to be a thing. Are you checking his Instagram and seeing if his following is going up? These are subtle ways that take from you. They take from you. They take your magnetism, they take your beauty, they take your power, and they put all of your focus on this other person. Are you changing certain things about yourself? Example that I've heard before actually recently. This woman was dating a man. He didn't like her hair color. He told her she would look better with this color. Then he said, she's like, what? I really like my dark hair. He's like, I really like blonde and I think it would look good on you. She says, okay, whatever. Goes on to make her appointment. Then he says, yeah, and next we'll work on your eyebrows. This story is absolutely insane, because what attracted you to that person in the first place? Like, what attracted that man to that woman? Was it the fact that he felt like he could change her and mold her into who he wanted her to be? Because that's not authentic. That wasn't authentic to her. And for her to want to change herself to be somebody else, somebody that he might want or desire more, is insane, because it's super inauthentic. It is not who you are. It's not who he found you to be. It's not who he attracted in the first place. So you have to be very, very sure about these things and really dig in and get honest with yourself. Write down a list of all the ways that you've taken from yourself and who you truly are to mold to fit this person's reality or expectations or desires. Decentering men does not mean hating men. I am a mom. I am a boy mom. My son is 17 years old. So I want to be very clear here when I say that I want to teach him to also respectfully, is the key word here, respectfully allow a woman to be her own universe. Allow a woman to be on her own pedestal. As he sees me and his aunts and his grandmas, I want him to see the women in his life flourishing in a way that's like, yes, that woman is standing in her power. So where when he sees a woman who is not standing in her power and who is giving up everything just to possibly be liked by him, I want that to be a turn off for him, because I want him to see a woman as being authentic, true to herself, and standing in her power as something that is sexy. Step 2, reclaiming the main character role. You are never a supporting character in this lifetime. This is your life. You are the main character. I don't care who's involved. I don't care. You are the main character of your story. And it has to be this way. This is what life is about. Yes, there's other parts that go into it to make life a whole. However, your best life is going to start when you start putting yourself as the main character and other people in your life are the supporting characters. Even in a normal story, movie, series, whatever, the supporting characters still get love from the main character. But if you have a story and it's about the main character Brenda and the supporting character is Amy, you want the best for Brenda, but you don't want her to make Amy her number one person that she goes to. You want Brenda to look at herself in the mirror and be like, you're a bad bitch, you're my number one. And let Amy figure that out for herself. Because if it was a story about Amy, we'd be thinking the same thing about her. A couple mini tips that I have for step 2 are to shift your focus back to yourself. Your passions, your routines, your ideas of what you used to think was so fun when you were younger, those are things that you should connect with because those are things that are going to light you up. What are your passions? What are your desires? What are things that you would love to try? Are there any new classes that you'd like to try? Bring that focus from the outside internally. Bring it inside. Try new things. I'm telling you right now, even if you're on a budget and you don't have money to go out and join a class for pottery or whatever, you can go to the dollar store, you can go to the $5 store, and you can go get yourself a little easel with some generic paint and have a paint night. Get yourself an $8 bottle of wine, go to town, have a good time getting creative and reconnecting with yourself. I'm telling you right now that actually is a really fun thing to do and it's very inexpensive. And there are other things that you can do. Maybe you can go to a park, get yourself a little lunch pail full of nice snacks, healthy food that you want to bring to your little picnic. Bring a book. Bring my book. Romanticize your life. Drink your water out of a wine glass if you want to. Bedazzle your gym bag. Romanticize your life to where it feels amazing. Light a candle. Allow yourself to have really nice linens and bed sheets and comfy pillows and wonderful coffee. If coffee is something that's so important to you, make sure that you have exactly what you like. Don't allow yourself to run out of it or not find something that you enjoy. If coffee is the thing that you look forward to in the morning, or a smoothie or some matcha or whatever, green juice, whatever the situation is, find it that makes you feel good and know that you deserve it. Even if it's a tiny bit out of the budget, even if it's something that you know you have to go way to the other side of town to the store to get, and you don't want to go through the apps, you don't want to go drive over there, make yourself drive there. Because that is when you have it that next morning and you get to be starting your morning slow, having yourself some coffee or matcha, and it feels amazing. That's the part of romanticizing your life. And that's what you need to get into, because main characters, they romanticize their life. When you tap into your creativity, and I've mentioned this before in other videos, when you tap into your creativity and you tap into that receiving energy, you're also tapping into your femininity. And that right there is going to attract that magnetism to you, and it's going to make you feel like $1,000,000. It's going to make you feel sexy. It's going to make you feel better than you've ever felt before, and it's going to make you that main character. It's going to give you that main character energy, that aura of just like, that girl puts herself first. That's a woman who has high standards. That's a woman who holds herself at a certain level. Remind yourself, I am the prize. Okay? Remind yourself that, because you are the prize. An affirmation that I will put up right here on the screen, but I would love for you to say it aloud. I release anything that distracts me from loving myself deeply. I release anything that distracts me from loving myself deeply. Affirm that shit. Put it in your mind. Say it early in the morning. Say it right before bed. This is also going to go into the whole reclaiming that main character energy, is getting those morning routines and those night routines in place, because in reality, if you don't know how your morning's gonna go and you don't know how it's gonna be, you don't wash your face before bed, you go to sleep, you wake up in the morning, you don't make your bed, you're just willy-nilly out here, just running to work as fast as you can, whatever. Your day is a mess. That's not main character energy. Main character wakes up at the time that's good for her. She does her skincare. She might have a little bit of a stretch, maybe a journal, maybe reading, maybe meditating. Before bed, she decompresses. She has her, maybe puts a mask on before bed, maybe has some tea, maybe does a little stretching then, maybe does a little meditation, a little reading, gets into her bed, no phones, lays there, falls into a nice deep sleep. You're setting yourself up the night before for your morning, and your morning is going how you know it should go because you're planning it and you're executing this plan. Main character energy all the way. Step 3, build this dream relationship with yourself. Now, I know that this video is about decentering men and putting the focus back on ourselves, but a big key here is to write a list of all the things that you would love in a partner. And I wrote this in my book. I mentioned it in a couple of videos. I would recommend writing a very long list of top to bottom everything that you want. Then go back in, take out all the bullshit of, 6 foot, has this color eye, whatever the situation is. Take all the extra stuff out. Look at your list and see. Loyalty, has great friendships, has a wonderful relationship with his mother. Now, when you have this list of all the things that you know are so important to you, non-negotiables, you know that when you meet somebody who has these particular values and standards in their life, you're going to be head over heels, you're going to know it's the one. Now that you have this list, you become this list. Are you loyal? Do you have a great friendship? Do you have great friendships? Do you have a great relationship with your mom or your parent? Like attracts like, and this list that I have in front of me is the key to becoming my best self as well as attracting my best partner. My main idea here is that you are going to attract somebody who has all these amazing qualities because you are becoming these amazing qualities. It's possible, and the biggest amazing part about this is when you become this person and this version of yourself that is all these things on this checklist, when you meet somebody who doesn't match the criteria and who isn't a loyal person, you're not going to think, oh, but he has maybe a couple other qualities. No, you're going to be like, that's it. That's good. It was great meeting you. That's not who I'm attracting because I know what I give, and I give loyalty. So why would I take on somebody who is not loyal? So this is how it goes for the whole list. Become that list. Become your dream version of yourself. Take yourself on dates. Take yourself to coffee and open up your laptop and maybe work on a little journaling or a new book that you want to write. Do rituals. Get yourself in the bathtub, throw some rose petals in the bath and light a candle if you want to. Do some mirror work. And I spoke about this in my last video. Mirror work is very, very helpful. It's such a great way, a beautiful way to start to heal and to start to really heal that relationship with yourself, especially because you're looking directly in your eyes and you're like, this is such a vulnerable moment from me to me. And a lot of times we don't have that. A lot of times we don't take that time to create this safe space for yourself and be like, I love you and I'm here for you, and everything that you've done before this is okay and I forgive you. And if you look into mirror work, I can go into it deeper in another video if you guys would like. However, my experience with mirror work has brought me so much confidence. It's brought me so much joy. It's healed quite a bit of things with myself, and I do it still consistently. Doing the work and doing the mirror work is something that's super crucial to your whole entire everything of becoming the main character energy. Create pleasure practices, pleasure of sexual pleasure, non-sexual pleasure. This can go back into romanticizing your life and creating that pleasure practice for yourself, learning what you like to do in that certain specific situation, learning how to show that and relay that to a partner. That's also very important. And another thing is meet your own emotional needs. So if you know about the love languages and you know your love language is physical touch, maybe you really do need a pleasure practice. And if you're not feeling very sexual at the moment, have a pleasure practice of physical touching, of really rubbing in your lotion, putting some body oils and some creams on, maybe giving yourself a massage. These things can help. You can give yourself every single one of those love languages. You can give yourself words of affirmation. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, I am so proud of you. I love you. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself the massages for physical touch. Give yourself some time to meditate and sit alone. Give yourself that quality time. Buy yourself the gifts. Do acts of service for yourself. When you're making your bed in the morning, that's considered an act of service to your later self. Be the love story that you've been waiting for. When you create this safe space for yourself, you are naturally going to not crave any outside validation. It's just going to happen. You're going to know that you have your own back. You're going to know that no matter if not one other person in this world loves me, I know I love me. I know I can go to myself in the mirror and I can tell myself I love myself. I know I can give myself all the things. I know I can treat myself like the goddess that I am. And that right there is going to keep you from wanting to gain that outside validation. Because why do I care what you think? Why do I care what you feel about me? I don't, because I know I got me. I wouldn't consider this any type of toxic independence, because you're not shutting yourself off and isolating yourself from the rest of the world. You're just giving yourself what you need. And those outside people, these side characters to your story, are going to give you extras, and it's going to fuel your life even more. It's going to make you feel even better, because it's like, I already got all I need, but you're just increasing you're increasing my happiness. You're increasing my joy. You're giving me more than I already have, which is a lot, because I already give myself so much. Step 4, activate your magnetic energy. True magnetism is born from authenticity. It's born from boundaries and confidence, and it's not a performative effort. You're not performing for anybody. You're not giving and giving and giving yourself. So it's like, when you're being authentic and you're being true to yourself, you're being magnetic, because you're not allowing yourself to be told what to do. You have boundaries. You don't want to do it, you're not going to do it. You don't want to change your hair color because somebody asked you to, you're not going to do it. So having these boundaries is going to keep you very authentic to yourself. It's going to create a lot more confidence, because it's like, who is going to tell me what to do? Protect your energy and stop over giving. Stop over explaining, stop over giving, stop over complicating things, because all you got to do is say no. If you see somebody that you know will give and give, you can give a little more. If you see somebody who doesn't want to give as much and you're usually the one over giving, dial it back a little bit. I'm not saying here, this is something else important that I want to mention. I'm not saying to match energy. I'm saying to be very authentic to yourself. But when you know you're depleting yourself by over giving, over explaining, allowing your energy to kind of just spew out, that's what you need to dial back a little bit, because that's releasing your magnetism. You want to protect it. You want to guard it and allow it to be within yourself. And that's why we need boundaries. Focus on becoming your dream woman. What does that require? Make a list of all the things that would require. What she looks like, what she dresses like, who she speaks to. What would her dream man be? What would he look like? Get an idea of what that's going to require, because that right there is just going to set you up. When you get this idea of what it's going to require, then you can really naturally step into it. You're going to be in alignment. You're not going to be in attachment, because we're decentering men from our life. We're not making them the main idea, the main course of our lives. No, that is us. Step 5, let aligned love find you naturally. When you decenter men from your life, you stop chasing and you start receiving. When you're in alignment with your feminine energy, that receiving energy, giving yourself everything you need, you're not going to be out here chasing. You're not going to be out here being desperado. You're going to bring all of that energy and magnetism into yourself, and it's going to bring people to you. You're going to be receiving this goddess energy. You're going to be receiving this magnetism that people are like, gosh, I really want to get to know her because she takes care of herself. She's super authentic. She has boundaries. I'm afraid to even go up to her and speak to her because am I good enough? That's the type of energy that you need to have off. Become your best frequency, so that way when you're attracting people, you're also attracting a high frequency. A high frequency of a person is going to align to you. The reason why you're not getting these great people, you're not getting energy and people in your life, is because you're not at a really great frequency. So you're aligned to people who are also on a lower frequency. Raise that frequency, babe. Get it up there, get it top tier, so that way you can be aligned to these other people who have done the work and are amazing, and you can align and actually meet together. The right love is going to add to your life. It's not going to fill voids. It's not going to make you feel like shit. It's going to fuel you. It's going to give you more life. It's going to make you look amazing. It's going to make you look like you're glowing. It's not going to deplete you. It's not going to make you feel ugly. When you fall in love with yourself and your life, the universe is going to send you someone who matches that energy, who wants to keep you in the spotlight, who doesn't want to steal your light from you, someone who doesn't want to take your shine just to dim your light because they feel like they have to, because you're just too high for them. When you're radiating at this level and you align with people because you haven't fully done the work and reached your next potential, your next frequency, your next energetic standpoint, when you haven't gotten to that point and you're still getting these men from down here, they're going to want to bring you down. They're going to want to keep you low and take your light and steal that shine from you just to bring you down, because how dare you be up there? How dare you be standing on that pedestal? And I don't want to say this for all men. I don't believe that. I think some men need to do the work on themselves so that way they can align to their best self, so they can align to their greatest love, a higher frequency for everybody. I am not biased on any gender. I am not saying this as a way to bash men or talk any bad about men. However, I am a woman who has been dating men, and I've noticed this is how it is. And I've noticed this with my friends and my family and my community, that when you put someone else, man or woman, when you put somebody else in your spotlight, on your pedestal, becoming the main character of your life, bad shit happens. And it doesn't give you this great, wonderful life. It gives you this inauthentic, shitty version of who you could be. It's the watered down version of who you could be. You're not in your magnetism. You're not in your high frequency best self energy. Your aura is not radiating because you're allowing somebody else to be the main character of your story. And that's just not what we're doing. We're bettering ourselves from the inside out. So we need to take accountability for the times that we've done this, do all the things, fix it, align to a better frequency so you can put yourself back on your pedestal and be okay with it. That's the biggest thing here, is being okay with it. Because being authentic is knowing that you're the main character, knowing that you're going to put yourself on this pedestal, and knowing that you belong there, that you're worthy of being there. Again, I want to reiterate this fact that I am not bashing men, and I do not think men are the problem. I think not allowing yourself to be on this pedestal is the problem. So this happens a lot for women when we allow the man to take the pedestal and we step down and we become a side character energy. We become a prospect in our own life. I don't want that for anybody in general, especially with what it happens to females more often. And I don't want that to happen. I want us to decenter these people that we're trying to attract from our life. Allow us to step into our best self, our highest self, and align with this frequency so that way we can call in our best love, our highest love, our most compatible person at our highest point here. Raise our frequency, and their frequency is already up here, then we're going to align together. It's going to be an energetic match. It's not going to be a mismatch because you're not up here getting men down here and you're not down here trying to find a man who's up here. So your energy has to match, your frequency has to match. And in order to be your best self, following these tips is a great start, but also recognizing that you're worthy of being your best self. You really are. You are completely worthy of this and you deserve it. So step into that bad bitch and remember that it is yours because it's your birthright. It is your God-given birthright. And I would really genuinely love to hear how it goes and what you think about the video. Let me know all the things. And I will put my Instagram somewhere up here on the screen. I appreciate you so much for liking, subscribing. If you like this content and you want more of it, hit the subscribe button because I will be posting more frequently and more amazing things to come. Don't forget to grab yourself a copy of my book. It's called Full of Yourself, A Guide to Becoming Your Most Audacious Self. It's available on Amazon, Kindle, and Barnes & Noble online. I will link it all in the description box so we don't leave anything out. I am also taking on new clients, so if you are interested in hypnotherapy, then you can DM me. I will put my Instagram somewhere right here on the screen. If you're interested, you want to get a little bit more information, just message me there. And again, thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. And until next time, bye.